Check, check. It's on? Okay. You see people getting sized up in the booths, right? They're customizing and tailoring to people's personal needs. They're getting them dripped out, you know what I'm saying? So drip is a custom. It's called functional fashion, right? The aesthetics of drip. How you see they take their Cowrie and they're modernizing it into modern day functional fashion. But Cowrie, you good, brother? Come on in, please. Cowrie was the first currency, right? So again, the integral parts of functional fashion and drip, you know, they're utilizing it as a form of currency still when it's conveyed as fashion, because it's your outer expression, it's your wardrobe, you outside engaging, you know what I mean? And the drip is telling them everything. Peace to the God. Man, I literally was thinking about you the other day. I was like, is my brother still making beats?
Oh, yeah, I'm still on it.
I'm back in the building, man. I need some of that. I need some of that. Right. So I got a new map. I don't know if you want to just DM me. That works? Okay.
So
everything good?
Everything's well, good, thanks. Just out here with Pops.
For sure. Yeah. Pops right. Yeah. I want you.
Yeah.
How your bro?
He's good. He's performing at 2 o'clock.
2?
Yeah.
I'm in the building. Say no more. Oh, we lit. That's Duo Live, the world famous Duo Live. They rap artists. We took over South Beach, Miami with them in 2003, 2002. They brought the vending game to South Beach as independent artists. They had a mansion on 44th Street, and it was just lit. And that's when people really started seeing how commerce and culture intertwine. Yeah, that's crazy. Look at this. Old Brooklyn. Yes. He opened the vault. He's like, wait, you got old tokens too?
I got the tokens on.
You gotta pop these tokens out, man.
This right here.
Wow, son. This would be my nightly activity on the way home when my mom lived in Clinton Hills. 50 Cent, I used to get my joints and I get my chocolate chip cookies, and this be the regimen. It's emotional. I'm telling y'all something. Man, this shit was, yeah.
Crazy.
You talking about calming the inner beast? Yeah. Come on, son. It's nostalgic for real. And that's how they felt and all that.
That's fire, man.
Oh, this is dope. This is crazy. And let me show you the juxtaposition. I was at MercedesBenz Stadium, if you will, in Atlanta.
Get the website and the film, bro. I don't know.
We got you.
Yeah.
The very first day of World Cup. So they got something called a Gold Cup that takes place this year, because World Cup, FIFA will be in Atlanta next year, but they started the Global Cup, or the Gold Cup. So I was outside vending because we got a venue across the street. We got a dispensary, bookstore, gallery across the street from the stadium. And I'm like, ice cold. The Mexicans was like, and I didn't even realize that we got to change our whole vernacular, because the first thing they heard was ice. And they was like, I was like, ice cold. They was like,
speaking of that,
I was like, oh.
They ice is like our freeze. It's like a police freeze for niggas.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Ice to them is freeze to us.
For us.
Mr. Freeze. So yeah, freespeechontheT.com is where you could go and get your political drip, because again, fashion statements, having a whole conversation without saying the word is the true definition. Look at that. I caught it in real time. A fast, that means I got you. Fam, I got you. You know what I'm saying? This is a genius thing that you're doing here. He's holding it down. We need pictures and t-shirts for the new mayor. Look, he got it already, right? Zoran from New York City. How much is your joints going for?
Only 20 bucks.
Only 20 bucks, family. So even if you are out there in media land, Zoran for New York City, right? All of the misfits should get behind this political candidate, and let's really disrupt and shake this city up. Imagine if the power really went back to the people. via this dude. Let's have a meeting with him and see if we share shared political interests in terms of an agenda, and then let's get the youth and the streets involved and get this guy in City Hall and revolutionize New York City, because they said he's a socialist. But what if we bring DAO, right, decentralized autonomous organization politics back, and he say, well, I could use digital economies to make sure that each one of these citizens get their fractional payments, X, Y, and Z. Ain't that socialism? So blockchain will provide for that. Digital currency will provide for that. But we need a leader that can lead us into the new paradigm. And I think that's the man for the job. I have this funny feeling that's why I'm back in New York.
Explain it any better than that, bro.
Yeah.
Any realer than that.
So, yeah, I just need a meeting. And I'll show them the blueprint of the future. And I'm not speaking about things that are hypothetical that don't exist. I'm talking about the things that exist, and we just got to put them together, present it to him, and he'll see a new economic paradigm for this city. And then we'll see him in City Hall come. Look, we all catching it. We all got it.
That one picking up.
We all picking up where one of us left off, and that's what it's gonna take. And I'm politically inspired to feel that we could galvanize a movement right here in this city to put him in office, to put the empire back in the hands of the people, and then that will galvanize a global revolution. And we could punch this dude in his face right here without punching him in his face directly. Because he stuck his face out, he stuck his nose out. And New York mayoral, he's more interested in being the New York mayor than he is the president of this country, because the mayor of office is stronger than the office of president of this country. How about that? This is the Empire State. That's a transcendental title that goes beyond the borders of this country. You are the mayor of the world. Let's think about that. Thank you. Because t-shirts, fashion, and propaganda is going to be everything leading up to this election. So we're going to need you to get this drip available. And once it becomes fashionable, then it can jump the, well, as they say, the shark jumps the tracks. Then it can go global. And they hitting this site up, and we're putting fractional reserves of these sales into his campaign, and he's doing micro funding and micro campaigning off the back of drip. I got some ideas.
What's up?
But I know how to get in contact with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'd be like the guy that was talking all that talk.
Well, you guys have a YouTube channel? Okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
What's your channel?
Know the Ledger 444.
Know the Ledger 444.
Yes.
Yeah, and Black Magic 363. But I hit you up before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Give you my contacts.
Yes, sir. That's all right.
All right.
Cool.
Appreciate you. How you, brother?
A lot of heat on the way. About to get real hot.
Oh, yeah.
Working out earlier.
Peace, yes. Peace. So when it comes to Harlem, when it comes to vendors, when it comes to mainstays, when it comes to the cultural arts renaissance that took place in Harlem, this is a brother that does not get as mentioned as he should, because he was on the other end of 125th. But 125th was like a seesaw or arc, and it had to be balanced out from tipping over. And he's also one of the few brothers that not only prevented it from tipping over, but he could speak to the soldiers and the quote-unquote generals in a language that was best deserving, because not everybody had those relationships. Absolutely. So he made sure that the integrity of the block was always maintained, because before you niggas got here, I was here type energy, that part. And not only was I here, but I got handed from the vendors that was prior to here, and this is how they said keep the boat from tipping over. It can't be too top heavy. It's not about a celebrity. No one person is bigger than the block. So my guy right here, and all of this done right out the crib. This is a home business, melanated business. These shirts have gone around the world because 125th is the literal main artery. Look, an article in New York Daily News says that 125th does the most business than any strip in the city. They didn't say Fifth Avenue, they didn't say Madison Avenue, they didn't say Lexington. They said the main economic artery of New York City is 125th Street, from river to river. And he, such as myself, but more so him, because he's been at it longer and more consistent, have been outside, part of a family dynamic of outside street vendors, not only getting the money, but taking the temperature of the people. Because we're not just vendors, we're fucking therapists, we're psychiatrists, right? We're social critiques and commentators, because you deal with so many people every single day, all day, for years. You get to see them grow up, you get to see them grow down, you see it all. So I said a lot. I wanted you to have a word in.
Man.
What's your name? Tell us
Peace.
your name.
My name's Hazem. Yes.
Hot, right.
Yes. You call me Haz.
And where can they find you? Other than
Now.
125th Street.
Yeah, well, you can check me out on the Instagram, DOHANYC, and then catch me like you can, like the gingerbread man. You know, I'll pop up here. We at BAM today.
Yeah. African Arts.
I said BAM, right?
Yeah.
Correction, we at the African Arts Festival today. But I usually make my circle of events.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's nothing concrete now.
Website, one more time.
No website right now.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just operating in the
And
present.
we're gonna petition the brother to be part of our, renewed market, our outdoor market that we're returning back to Harlem with. And it really won't be what it needs to be without you
Yes.
back in there
I
with
appreciate that.
that
We need
drip.
that.
We need that. It's coming.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Blue.
Peace, God.
Yes.
For sure.
Peace.
You already know. I'm looking for another table again. On a table hunt. But look, this sister here, hands down, takes the title. She has one of the top 3 booths of the entire festival. And by far, she is showing people what you can do with raw stone without it being cut down into CAD or made small. She takes elaborate museum pieces and makes, you know what I mean? Real-time demonstrations.
All over the world. I went to one in LaGrange, I went to one in Arkansas.
Let me show.
Oh yeah. That's good.
As you can see her design, she got the beautiful amber rings.
Somebody made that one.
So where are all these videos going? I'm curious.
On my social media, I got you. Yeah.
Is it gonna bring me back some things?
All of everything that I do is to promote, is to bring the world to where I'm at and what I'm doing, and they'll tell you, they break the bread. Yes, baby.